unfortunately had to pull out.
Yeah, it actually wasn't a spectator. It was a pro male, a slower swimming, faster biking pro male. Yeah, we were almost up at Javi, and I mean, it's no one's fault. I mean, it happens. It was just, he just nipped my knuckles, and like the wind was kind of going. It was really windy. It's probably a mile 50, and right when a gust came is right when I was nipped, and then I just head to pavement, and so that was kind of nutty. But we got back to 2-2 in a haze, and I know I keep saying I'm just so grateful that I didn't hurt anyone else, because all the girls who passed me on the Queen K were like, you know, I was riding like this, and they're like, I remember Beck Keat was like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Lindsay Corbin, like everyone, Kate Snow, were like, hang on. Like, I just look like a drunk person. So I'm just grateful in my drunken haze there that I didn't hurt anyone else, because it was pretty wretched, but we're good. Things happen. It's a hiccup, and then we were able to end the season on the good note in Arizona, so that was good.
Great race with Lindsay in Arizona.
Yeah, always great. And we got to chat with you after the race, but no, it's great. And I keep, you know, she passed me at mile 20, and it was like, well, it's at least it goes to Purple Patch Gal and Pal, so it's all good. Yeah.
So if that happens in this race, is there anyone's hand who you'll be holding in this race towards the finishing line?
I will snag Gina's hand, and I will lollygag with her all the way to the finish. Maybe she'll pull me there if it needs to happen. Yeah, no. Of course, the thing about this sport is, like, you're competitive to a point, but like if you're not, you know, I want to be remembered in the sport for being a good person rather than an Ironman. And I'm like, I know this is silly. I'm genuinely happy for someone who wins if they, I mean, and everyone here that I know is deserving of the win. And if they have their day, like, I'm very happy for them, and I think that's awesome either way. Same goes in Melbourne and stuff, so it's good. It's nice to have friends in the sport and be genuinely happy for someone else if they do well.
I think there's every chance that you're going to be known, or you are known, as one of the nicest people on the circuit.
Well, that's really nice. Except when they told me today that it wasn't a separate swim start, and I was like, ooh. Excuse me? What? No, there's just, no point in griping too much, but that was my only little fire in the belly, but we're good. We'll settle it.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a bone of contention with a lot of female athletes, and even male athletes agree with it, females, that they need to have a different swim start. It's a different race.
Right.
Why are they starting with the men?
I guess, and that's my thing is, and I feel badly because, you know, I raced nine years as an amateur, and I started with 15 to 3,000 people, and, you know, it stunk, and people have to do that now. It's not like the age group women get to start separate from the age group men. And then you're like, okay, well, but wait, we do this, we all do this for a living and such, and there is a huge, this is where I get passionate, there's a huge dynamic between starting with the men and not starting the men. I know this is a smaller field and such, but like for Gina, everyone's a swimmer. I actually don't know how everyone is in this race, but having raced with Gina before, I know Gina and I we're swimmers. We feel that people who, you know, aren't as fast at swimming, they kind of can draft off the men, and it's an advantage, right? And then it's just, then they're often also getting caught by the female, I've seen it, or by the male pros fast swimming, and then they can draft on the bike. So it's just like a disaster all around. And I've seen it happen in the sport a million times, and I feel bad because someone could be watching this and completely disagree with me. I just feel that for our jobs, you know, our livelihood, we don't race the men, and it's just like silly for us not to start even 3 minutes back from them. It's women, as you know, we're not as dramatic as the men in terms of, like, as they should be. They're men, they're like feisty, but any time I've had a female swim start, it's like cordial. I mean, sure, you're gonna nip people, but it's just cordial. You find your groove. But with the men, man, they're tough, and we don't race them. So I feel like we should just be with the women and call it a day.
I think you'll be hard-pressed to find a professional woman who disagrees with you.
Do you think? I haven't heard anything, but I've never voiced my opinion publicly. I've talked to Ironman about it before, and how I just, they actually asked me, it was in an article one time, because they said, like, what would you rather do? And I had no problem saying it. So they know it's a problem. It's a safety issue too, I feel. Like the men are a lot, I mean, I'm not saying I got meat on my bones compared to Gina, but like she's tiny and fit and strong. I'm just saying we can hold our own, but at the same time, it's like, they're a lot larger than I. They have bigger than us. They have bigger arms, and they're wabbering their arms around. It's just silly, and I feel like we all need to either take initiative or 3 minutes. It would cause the race no drama other than the age groupers can still start the same. I mean, sure, it's not ideal, but if 6:45, 6:48, done, you know?
Yeah.
Fair race.
Well, you never know. Let's see what happens in the next 48 hours.
Yeah, we'll see. I would love to see that be able to happen so quickly. And if it doesn't, I mean, our heads are on to start with the men. We've done it before. We'll do it again. It's just, it would be nice to have that platform set. And what my biggest thing is consistency. It's like Kona, we have a 5-minute back. Auckland, we had 3 minutes back. That's fine. Still separate starts. And I know I come from the States, so I'm the foreigner here, but we have all last year, every race I raced was a separate start, you know? And it's supposed to be consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, across the board. Consistency is king, you know? I just feel like it should happen. Anyway.
If it's a global brand, then I completely agree.
Right. So that's what we would like to get to. And that could be a simple fix of just communication. And expressing and have the pros step up and say, the female pros. The men, understandably, they don't care. We're just, goodbye. You know, understandably, they don't care. But the women, we probably, if you believe it, should do something about it, you know?
So start doing something about it. Just voice your opinion. Hey!
In the next 24 hours. No, just kidding. It's fine. We'll manage.
www.
Yeah, exactly.
Phone. No. Meredith, thank you so much for joining me on the couch here.
Thank you for having me, and we'll see you on the race, right?
Definitely, you'll hear me.
You should have no voice by Sunday.
Challenge accepted.
When I'm having a beer with you and can't even move. Perfect.
So you will have a few beers Sunday?
Saturday I'm in fetal, so it's like a no-go, unless there's McDonald's immediately brought to me, and then once that's happened, no. But Sunday, we'll be good. Beer, wine, whatever have you.
Brilliant. Game on.
Game on. It's a deal.
Done. Thank you so much.
Thank you.